Who has a project like this sitting around but never make time to work on it? I do. In fact, I'm a project collector. I don't have time for what I have, yet more projects follow me home. I travel around the Southeast for work, so I watch Craigslist and Marketplace for bargains or projects. This is how I started down a road that I should not be on. Meet Creed, a 1974 John Deere 140 H3. Serial number is T05860626760M. It is the last year of the John Deere 140, which were made from 1968 to 1974. Creed has a 14 horsepower Kohler K321AS spec 60247D engine, points and condenser setup, Sustrans 15 transmission, and he weighs about 750 pounds. Here's how I came to get Creed. I just bought my house and I had a lawnmower to cut the grass, but I wanted a tractor to pull a trailer around the yard. I grew up around John Deere's on the farm down in South Carolina, so I decided I wanted an old one, not a new one like you get at Lowe's. I was already collecting cars. I had several car projects that had all stalled out. So naturally, I decided a small one-cylinder project was just what I needed. Creed was my first John Deere that set this whole thing in motion. Just this unit in May of 2014. I found it on Craigslist in Creedmoor, North Carolina, about 45 minutes north of Raleigh. It was advertised as runs good, smokes a little, and has a high-speed rattle. Perfect for me. It came with dual rear ag tires, ribbed front tires, a real 3-point hitch, 48-inch deck and mule drive, a 54-inch front blade with power lift and angle, 3-point Brindley plow, 3-point Brindley gang disc, 3-point Brindley cultivator, an original owner's manual, and later I purchased a bucket for the front end. I made arrangements with the owner to come and take a look at the tractor. My brother and I jumped in the truck and off we went on a 4-hour drive. I knew I was going to buy him as soon as I saw him. He had a great patina, and I love those dually ag tires with the rib fronts. We had to jump start the tractor as the ignition switch was bad, but it started right up. I drove it around for about 5 minutes, talked to the gentleman for about another hour, and then rented a U-Haul to take him home. The seller told us he purchased it from an original owner who bought it new at Raleigh Equipment in Raleigh, North Carolina. He had bought it new, taken good care of it. It was his baby, but once he started to get older, he could no longer use it. He sold it to my seller, and the seller had taken it to shows where apparently it had won some awards. Once we got the 140 and all the stuff loaded, we went to lunch, and like a true idiot, my excitement got the best of me, and I started to search Craigslist on my phone. I found another 140, a 1969 non-runner in Wilson, North Carolina, and immediately contacted the seller. Struck a deal with the guy on the phone, and off we went to pick that one up too. Got them home, played around with Creed, riding him around the yard with the kids, and then put him in the shop for later. Then I got real busy with work and let him sit. In the meantime, I was collecting repair manuals, familiarizing myself with the Deere OEM website, buying various tools, and lurking on Weekend Freedom Machine Forum. Never took the time to spend any time with Creed. By then, I had the Deere fever, so I started buying Deeres as I traveled for work. The next thing I know, I'm swamped with Deere projects. True idiot, I always justified them as parts for Creed or a deal I could not pass up on. In the spring of 2015, I woke Creed up and used him at the pool to move mulch and other stuff around as a puller. And pretty good, but after about 45 minutes, he would just shut off. 10 to 15 minutes later, he started right up, but would do the same thing, usually at about 15 to 20 minutes. Found this frustrating, so back in the garage he went, as life took back over. In 2019, when the pandemic hit, I woke him up again, only to immediately put him back into hibernation, as I was hitting the road hard for work for the next year and a half. So here we are in 2022. Let's wake Creed up again and get him running. From there, we'll tune him up and assess his needs. I'm concerned about the engine noise, so I want to make sure to watch that and develop a plan to attack in the future. Right now, I just want to get him to square one. In our next video, we'll take and try to wake Creed up. Then we'll do some of that deferred maintenance that he needs. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you like what you see. See you in the next video.